Hey, here in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the statements and body language of Elon Musk. As you know, he's an entrepreneur. He is founder and CEO of SpaceX with a mission to fly to Mars. And he's also co-founder of Tesla and various other companies. His goal is to bring the future nearer and at a faster pace and to expand the human race to other planets. Let's see a little bit what he says. So in this video, he's talking about an underground tunnel system to reduce the traffic and congestion in Los Angeles.
In the video, but there's no real limit to how many levels of tunnel you can have. So you can go much further deep than you can go up. The deepest mines are much deeper than the tallest buildings are tall. So you can alleviate any arbitrary level of open congestion with the 3D tunnel network. This is a very important point. So a key rebuttal to the tunnels is that if you add one layer of tunnels, then that will simply alleviate congestion, will get used up, and then you'll be back where you started, back with congestion. But you can go to any arbitrary number of tunnels, any number of...
It's very remarkable because it's completely unrealistic, I think. But nevertheless, someone like him, an entrepreneur, it's about exciting people, and, some of these ideas work out, others don't. But the reason why people don't drill tunnels a lot is because it's super expensive. There are lots of issues with the different rock formations, with underground water, with seawater, let's say in Los Angeles, with the stability of what is on the ground already. That's why a lot of cities don't have an underground system because of the expensiveness. And that's also why only very few tunnels are drilled through mountains. So I'm surprised he doesn't mention this major issue. So here he talks about education now.
If you think of what is education, you're basically downloading data and algorithms into your brain.
Of course, what is nice about him is that he uses his hands, uses these illustrators to make him more understandable. Body language is a huge part in transmitting the information. Another nice part is that it just doesn't give his little sales pitch, which he memorized and just blurs out. By looking to the side or looking anywhere and thinking, he's accessing memory and creating a spontaneous, well-crafted answer. He doesn't need to look to the side necessarily. This is just also in part because he's a shy person. He could look straight at the person, but the eyes would be flickering and going left and right, and this would be a signature of accessing memory and coming up with spontaneous answers.
It's actually amazingly bad in conventional education because it shouldn't be this huge chore. You've got someone.
So he's nervous, yeah.
Standing up there, kind of lecturing at people,
staring at him, nodding.
And they've done the same lecture 20 years in a row, and they're not very excited about it. And in fact, I think a lot of things people learn probably there's no point in learning them.
Here he seems to get a little bit confused about how humans learn and how robots or artificial intelligence learns. And the cool thing about artificial intelligence is that if one unit can learn something, it can upload this onto a cloud service, let's say, and multiple other units can instantaneously learn what this robot has learned. This is, of course, an incredible fast learning across multiple AI units. Of course, this is not how humans learn. Yeah? So here, this is a little bit confusing or naive. So now this is about degrees.
There's no need even to have a college degree at all.
So of course it says a person who dropped out of graduate school. So I think he has undergraduate degrees in science, but then when he was starting a PhD program at Stanford University in applied physics, I believe, he dropped out very early on. He's sort of defending himself in a way. And of course a lot of entrepreneurs like Bill Gates and so on dropped out of university very early on. And being an entrepreneur, it's about exciting people, being able to talk across disciplines and to build a team and to hire excellent people. The guy who is running the company might not need all the detailed knowledge, but of course, the people who is hiring, I'm sure they have PhDs and all kinds of stuff.
In high school, if somebody graduated from a great university, that may be an indication that they will be capable of great things, but it's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, of course, exactly. When you hire people, you need to have evidence for greatness. And, if you didn't go through anything and just dropped out, how would you know that? So I also find this slightly naive. I'm sure the people he hires have degrees from all kinds of fancy universities and are experts in the area. But, nevertheless, he talks like an entrepreneur. Now it's about work ethics.
and then just work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100-hour weeks every week.
So basically that means he only work besides sleeping. Of course, this is a person now who divorced, I think, a couple times, who cuts a connection with his father, I believe. This is not, again, how humans evolve and live together as social beings. He basically doesn't mention that there's this huge price someone would have to pay to do something like that. And said in general, in the long run, it's impossible except for a few who cut the ties to relationships and family. Interesting, this woman here who interviews him, just one side comment here, she has these thin eyebrows. So that either indicates she's on medication or that she has a very low self-esteem. Just a side note. She looks also a little fragile.
And
It's a
then
lot of work.
all those things improve the odds of success.
Okay.
Of course, but again at a price. So while I really admire this guy and I like to see the videos and see what he's up to, he is also in some sense naive, and he doesn't talk about these sort of costs a lifestyle he has would bring to other people. Okay, I hope you liked the video and talk to you next time. Bye.